right, this is 6.3 on page 441. Here's the problems we're going to work. All right, so we want to know 1/9 of a circle. What would be the degree and the radian measure? Well, all the way around is 360, so it's 1/9 of 360 degrees, and that is 40 degrees. And 1/9 in radians all the way around is 2 pi equals 2 pi over 9 radians. All right, the same for 3. 3, they want 1/18 of a circle. You just take 1/18 times 360 degrees. That's 20 degrees. And 1/18 in radians, that's just pi over 9. All right, you understanding what they're saying? And 5, 1/36 of a circle. In degrees, you'd multiply it by 360. So what? That's just 10 degrees. And if I take 1/36 times 2 pi, that's radians. That would be pi over 18, I believe. All right, 1 through 5, not so bad, huh? 35, state the radian measure of an angle. So we're thinking pi, right? 0, pi over 2, pi, 3/2 pi, all the way back to 2 pi. All right. This is 35. State the radian measure of an angle in standard position. So we want the angle to be between 0 and 2 pi. That is coterminal to negative pi over 3. All right, so if we're rotating it clockwise, so that's 0, negative pi over 2, that's 1/2 a pi. 1/3 of a pi is less than 1/2. So negative pi over 3 is going to be in our 4th quadrant. All right, so if we're going positive, let me use a different marker color. I'm going 0, pi over 2, pi, 3/2 pi, all the way back to 2 pi. So actually, if I go all the way around to 2 pi and back pi over 3, that's where I'm going to land. So it's really 2 pi all the way around, subtracting pi over 3, but I want a common denominator. So we make it a common denominator. That's 6 pi over 3 minus pi over 3, and it's 5 pi over 3. Okay, that's the answer. 5 pi over 3. Number 37 has the same instructions, a coterminal angle, but 37 is 19 pi over 4. 19 pi over 4. All right, this is 37. All right, so let's think about this. All the way around, one complete cycle is 2 pi. In fourths, that will be 8 pi over 4. That's consistent with 2 pi, right? It's actually exactly equal to it. So I could keep subtracting 2 pi from that until I get a number less than 2 pi, between 0 and 2 pi. All right, so I could subtract one whole cycle, which is 2 pi, and I'm left with, what is that, 11 pi over 2. I can still go another whole cycle, so it's gone around once. It's going to go around again, minus 8 pi over 2, which is 4 pi. No, 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2. That's the answer. 3 pi over 2. 4. I don't know why I changed my denominators, but I did. The denominator is 4. 3 pi over 4. All right? Let's look at number 43. So you've got to understand coterminal angles. All right, 43. Find a radian measure. So we want 4 angles that are coterminal with the given angle. All right, 43 is pi over 4. All right, that's in that first quadrant, pi over 4. So I want 4 angles. I'm gonna add 2 pi twice. I'm gonna subtract 2 pi twice. And that will give me my 4 angles. All right, so if I add 2 pi, I want a common denominator. So that's 8 pi over 4. That gives me 9 pi over 4. That's one coterminal angle. All right, if I add another 8 pi over 4, that's what? 17 pi over 4. That's another one. Now, if I take pi over 4 and subtract, so I go here and I subtract a whole 2 pi, which is 8 pi over 4. Then I'm at negative 7 pi over 4. That's a third one. If I subtract another 8 pi over 4, so I'm going back around again, then I have what? Negative 15 pi over 4. There's 4 coterminal radian measures. It's 43. 45 is negative pi over 6. I'm going to do the same thing with 45. Just going to keep adding 2 pi, subtracting 2 pi. All right, so 45 is negative pi over 6. All right, so I'm going to add 2 pi. Need a common denominator. So that's 12 pi over 6. 12 pi minus 1, that leaves me 11 pi over 6. That's one coterminal angle. I'm going to add another 12 pi over 6, and that gives me 23 pi over 6. That's a second coterminal angle. I'm going to go rotate I could keep adding 2 pi. I'm going to do 2 positive, 2 negative. Negative pi over 6. Now I'm going to subtract a whole rotation around. So that's minus 12 pi over 6. That gives me negative 13 pi over 6. That's the third one. I'm going to subtract one more rotation. And that's negative 25 pi over 6. So those are my 4.